everyone. I'm Craig Schanbacher, Interactive Director with Taylor. Welcome to Taylor Talks. We hope this topic is going to be fun because we're going to talk about having fun at the workplace, and we're going to dive into that. Before we do that, though, let's meet our guests today. Sue, would you tell us who you are and what you do at Taylor, please?
My name is Sue Lund, and I am in business development. I have worked for Taylor for 39 years, and it has been an incredible ride. And as of November 1st, I went into semi-retirement, but still able to work with our sales team and our partners on new opportunities.
Yeah, you may be cheating with semi-retirement. You may have more fun stories than we have. We'll find out. Jess, will you tell us who you are and what you do at Taylor,
Sure.
please?
Jessica Wolfe, been with Taylor for about 4 years. I was blessed to be a part of Sue's team for most of my time here and am a senior account executive for the Taylor On Demand team.
Yep. And Troy, will you tell us who you are? And what
Troy
you do at Taylor?
Barnes. I oversee our prime labels and packaging business unit, and I've been with Taylor 40 years.
There we go. We all love our job to varying levels, sometimes a lot, sometimes maybe not as much. But I know all of you, and I've seen your passion at work and the ability to maybe put a smile on your face or dive in. But when we talk about one of our guiding principles of having fun every day, that can sometimes be a challenge. I want to start by just saying, what does that mean to have fun at work? Because we owe our clients deadlines, SLAs, we want to be on time, we want to be doing well for them, and we want to be investing in Taylor, et cetera. But having fun, wow, that feels like maybe a departure. But Troy, what do you tell me when I say, what is having fun at work? What does that mean?
Fun is winning, right?
There you go.
Winning is a lot more fun, right? So I think winning, and that means a lot of things, right? It's hitting our Taylor goals, it's hitting our customers' goals, it's all of that, right? And how can you wrap that up into a bowl and still have fun, right? I think it's having our employee committees where we're doing fun things, where we're trying to bring people together, right? We're out on the production floor and you joke and laugh with the employees, different things, right? So how can you lighten it up a little bit? Because it is high stress, right? Mm-hmm. We're all competitive. Our customers are getting more and more, I say demanding at times, right? And so that adds stress. So I think, always looking for ways to make it a little bit more enjoyable and bring that stress level down.
Just you, part of a great group, very dynamic. I've heard those team meetings. Because sometimes you're next to me and I hear the laughter.
And you're like, shh.
Only if I'm recording something. But what do you do? Define fun for me in the workplace. Define fun.
I mean, I agree with the winning is fun. I'm hyper competitive. So I think that competitiveness, especially on a sales team, there's a lot of competitive personality. So it's trying to frame that in a way that pushes you in a good way. But I think mostly it comes down to our team culture, too, and the relationships that we have with each other. I think fun means something different to a lot of people. Sometimes fun is outings for people. Sometimes outings are super uncomfortable for others. So I think it's defining that fun for yourself. I've always said I can do a lot of different jobs, but I have to enjoy the people that I'm doing it with. And I think the culture that we've built on our team, the Wednesday meetings that you hear, our laughter, our lightheartedness, we don't take ourselves too seriously, but we're also hyper competitive and do love to win. And I think it's a good balance.
Yep. So you're creating that atmosphere. And I know it can be serious, it can be fun, but how do you keep the fun going? And how do you define it?
It's the people. Honestly, it's the people on our team. It's the people throughout the organization. It's our customers. It's the relationships we've built. It's caring about the people. It's celebrating the wins. I love to win as well. I mean, I better like to win for sure. But it's celebrating the wins. But it's also supporting the people who are struggling. And it could be in a business sense. It could be personal. We have an individual on our team whose son had a heart transplant, and the team pulled together, and we had a fundraiser at work to help support the family, and that was fun. And it's being cared about and knowing that Your peers care about you, your supervisors care about you. I mean, I could go on, but truly what it is, Jess said it, it's about the culture, but it's truly about the people. That's fun to me. It's not like a treat day or something like that.
No, and it's not always manufactured. I think sometimes we say it has to be fun. So you're thinking that you have to plan things, you have to, and I don't know that it needs to be that. I think it's really just feeling cared about and seen, and knowing the names of your coworkers' children and what they like to do,
100%,
and
yeah.
Taking 5 minutes to invest in that relationship creates a culture of fun. And so it's not so serious all the time.
Absolutely, and even in the most trying times in our business, Q4 is our most trying time. Everybody is doing their normal job, and they're also out on the production floor working. But the fun is getting to know the other people out there that are doing it day in and day out, and you have a whole new sense of the commitment that they're making on the floor as well. It's when one person is having a rough day or just exhausted, and the other people are surrounding them and lifting them up. So I think our team's done a really nice job with that.
I agree.
Yep. Jess, I love what you said about keeping it real. That's a paraphrase, right? But doing it in a way that it's more than just words. That can be celebrating a birthday, having a 5-minute meeting to just depart, going out for lunch. I don't know, it's always could be something different. Sue, with your team, and an energetic team, always in a group that's always having fun, what do you do to take and create those moments so it's not just words?
One exercise that we have in our meetings is Rosebud Thorn. And it's a great opportunity for each person to go around the room and talk about what is their win, and what are they challenged with, and what's kind of right in the middle. And it's been incredible to see the amount of support. When people have thorns, others are lifting each other up or giving ideas and working as a team versus as individuals. So I would say that's been a great exercise for our team.
And it's not always professional either. So whenever we're doing these exercises, it can be personal or professional.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, staying real. And you are always joking around, Troy. Give me something. What do you do? What's a practice?
Yeah, I think when we're on calls or we're in meetings, I think having a little bit of lightheartedness, right? And just making people feel comfortable, right? I think that can bring down the stress in the room, right? There's certainly those bowling things, or we do the axe throwing and those things, right?
You've done axe throwing at work?
Well, we go out and do that, yes.
I didn't know that. This is, I've learned
Yes,
something.
and we're competitive, right? We all want to win, so we usually break up into teams, and yeah, so it's all of it. It's inside with the employees and my leadership team, and just trying to, that caring, empathy for your coworkers, what's going on at work, what's going on in their personal life, because we all have it, right? And so if that gets out of balance, and I think by being engaged, you find that out, and that builds trust, it builds empathy, it builds a relationship, right? Where you want to win with your teammates, right? And don't want to let them down. And I think
Right.
that's the culture of success, right?
Yep.
I'm going to give you an example of fun with Troy. So Troy is obviously one of our group presidents, does an incredible job with that. I had the opportunity to spend a day with Troy with a wonderful new partner that we have, and the passion and fun that he showed throughout the facilities as we were going through tours. It was amazing. I'm like, you've lost your calling. You should be in sales. But it's authentic. And the energy was, it was truly amazing. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Well, but there's chaos in all our lives. So let's go to fourth quarter. We'll come back to that and pick on you. But with fourth quarter, when it is the busiest time of the year for both of you, and you're doing multiple things above and beyond what you always do, what is a specific example that you can do when there's not a lot of time to, hey, let's all go axe throw, or let's go out to lunch? There may not be that time, but you have to be deliberate and say, we're going to take a breath. We're going to remind everyone we're all trying to live life and be successful here, but let's have fun doing it. Any thoughts?
I think one thing that our leadership has done well, and Sue and Jamie do well, is they ask how people like to be seen, because it's not the same for everybody. Some people, it's words of affirmation, and that's how they can be lifted up. Sometimes it's a coffee. Sometimes it's a, hey, do you just need a minute? What does that look like for each person? And I think they've individualized that to the point where even during fourth quarter, they understand what each of us needs, and so they can recognize, and our relationship is tight enough that they can recognize us in the way that we need to be seen, and it just elevates the entire group.
Yep. So you gave an answer. Anything to add to that?
No, I think it was perfect.
Okay. Troy, you have sometimes customers with big deadlines and you're putting out a lot of product and it's due and the team is working frantically and maybe and not like fourth quarter, but it's just all the time. But those big RFPs or big deliverables hit.
Yeah.
How do you keep the fun in the group when you don't have, again, the time to maybe we're going to depart, we're going to do this, we're going to take an hour on a Friday? What do you do?
Yeah, I think it's just going out on the floor because we can't shut the equipment down, right? And you know something about the employee, you joke with them, right? You pat them on the back. You find something that can just lighten the mood a little bit for them, for you too, right? Because it's reciprocal. Because they'll maybe joke back with you, and so it's good both ways. I think you know. And then outside of work too, we need some of that balance outside of things to help us. So I think it's just being there to listen and pick folks up when you think they're down, right? Go take a walk around the building, right? We can shut the machine down for 5 minutes. Or let's, you know there's a birthday and you bring everybody in and you sing them happy birthday even though they're embarrassed, right? Just some little things that you can do.
Taylor has a pretty incredible tenure, and one thing that I have really thought was cool was that, like Corey Hanna, he started on some press many years ago, and he moved, from Minnesota down to Texas, and then he came back. And when he started in our building over at the Occasions Group, he went down on the floor, and there are people there that he ran presses with when he was there. So him going down and catching up with some of those folks, it's been incredible. So that's fun to me.
Yeah.
Yep, staying real. To wrap up this discussion, again, Charlie, our CEO, has stressed this enough. We want to be profitable. We want to be a great organization, but we want to have fun every day. And I think that's doing that on purpose, taking the time to implement something across the team, because we all are human beings, staying real, engaging with those employees, et cetera. So I want to put you all on the spot and try to come up with one specific example, something you would pass on so that people at Taylor watching this or outside of Taylor would go, that's a good idea. So it's time for your best one if you have it. Sue, I'll start with you. You've mentioned in fourth quarter, things are busy. I know you have a couple specific examples on that. Give me something specific.
Charlie Whitaker leads by example. Charlie, you will find him and Lance down on the floor. And then he recruits the rest of the executive team in as well. We have Tommy Braddock, I see on the floor, Glenn Bottomley. Everybody comes and pitches in, and it's absolutely incredible. And it's incredible for the people on the floor to see that interaction and commitment by our leadership. So to me, that's fun.
Yep. And they back it up, and they're always working long hours.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Jess, anything? What's again?
Yeah.
You're going to take something away. This is your best idea. What is it?
Oh boy, no pressure.
She has a lot of them.
I think in our humanity and just who we are as people, everybody's searching for a place to belong. You spend so much time at work. You spend so much time with your coworkers. I think it's important to try to have a team culture that everybody feels like they belong. If that happens and people feel seen, if they feel invested in, not only are they going to stay, but they're going to have fun naturally, because those relationships are going to be genuine, they're not going to be forced, and it's going to create, again, that culture that people want to be a part of. They look at that team, they hear us on Wednesdays, and they say, I don't know what that team's doing. I can't put my finger on that, but there's something different there, and it's not something that I'm experiencing outside of Taylor or even within Taylor, but that team's different. And I think we do that really well.
Mm-hmm.
Troy?
Yeah, I don't know if I have one. I know you want one,
Oh,
but
give me
I
two
think,
then.
jeepers. I think it goes back to, like Jess is saying, just caring, right? Caring, understanding that there's life outside of work, right? And if you can find that balance with the employees, they can have fun, right? Because we all define that differently, right? And so I think it's being there for them, it's listening to them, and just having some empathy and understanding, right? It can't just be work all day, every day. That's short term, right? And so, I think again for me, it's the little things that we do all day, every day. It isn't that one birthday party or a pizza. It's being engaged every day, saying hello, how are you doing? How can I help you? That to me creates the culture of fun and winning.
Fun can be seeing opportunities, and Taylor has many opportunities for folks who want to come in. A lot of our leaders started either on the floor or in customer service, and they work their way through. We have Sarah Gettle on our team that started, I think she started in customer service. She was in estimating. I don't think she did purchasing. She was in product development, and now she's one of our account executives. And really, there's no stopping anyone from being able to do that. You just need to learn. You need to see what's out there and pursue it. So to me, that's fun, knowing that where you are today may be very different than where you are in 5 years from now.
And I think from a leadership perspective, giving permission for your team to seek that out and have fun in doing that. So if they see, and I see that Sue's having fun in certain ways, it almost gives me permission to do the same.
Absolutely. And as leaders, if we want what's best for the organization, we want people to grow and move beyond what they're doing today, even if that leaves a little bit of a gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need that, right? Because of the churn, with employees, right? And I think the other thing I would encourage, raise your hand.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're interested, raise your hand. I think, that shows initiative. It isn't, well, I'm going to give you this job.
No.
You're saying, hey, I want this. And I think most of the time people do that, they're going to want to succeed. They're not going to want to fail, right?
Right.
I think a successful mark of a leader in leading teams is, I always told my team members, I want you to outgrow me. I want you to outgrow this role. I want you to outgrow this team, and whatever that looks like for you, that means I'm doing my job.
Yep. Great. No, it's absolutely finding your role and what you love, and I think that makes a better environment, a fun environment. If we're doing the task that gives us the most joy, it's like that's going to work and be a better environment for everyone. I appreciate all your time, giving answers, being put in the hot seat, and helping have this discussion around fun. I hope you have discussions with your team and everyone at Taylor and outside on how we can make a better environment and a more engaging workplace. We'll see you next time on Taylor Talks.